We made it to 80k. Everybody, round of applause. Round of applause. I'm not hearing any clapping. So 2 months ago, I asked you guys if you wanted an 80k Q&A, and you guys responded with yes, which I don't even know why I asked. I mean, obviously, you guys would want one. I don't know. And I thought it would hit it sooner, but that was not a great month for me. So, but we're here. We made it eventually, right? right. So, you guys asked a lot of questions, and I will be answering them right now, right this second, as you are watching this video. I will preface and say that I will not be answering repeat questions, and I'm going from oldest to newest. So first come, first serve. If you did get your question skipped over, it's either because I answered it early on in the video, or it was a bit of an invasive or a weird question, okay? Some of you, I don't know. Some of you. So just to jump into it, the first question was asked by Cole Cup, a nice glass of water as the profile picture. What led you to choose creating and voicing ASMR videos? To be quite frank with you, I used to listen to Boyfriend ASMR a long time ago. And I kind of got in the community. I became friends with the VA, and I asked everyone if I should do it as a joke, and then I did it, and I got a resounding amount of feedback. So, you know, it stuck, and I'm here today. Edmundal Astra asks, traditional French Canadian poutine or fancy modern poutine? I've only ever had just fries, gravy, and cheese curds, but honestly, I wouldn't mind anything, literally anything else. I mean, the more the merrier, right? Clever French name asks me, can you fold a fitted sheet? And the answer is no. They all get balled up and shoved into the closet. Why even try? Bubba Joe asks, if you were a wizard, what kind of spells would you cast? Well, as somebody that played Wizard 101 and did the birthday thing, I did get Fire Wizard. So I would be a Fire Wizard. You know? Ignis. Fire. Arrgh. Tinkletinned ASMR asks, how many XMRs would it take to fly a plane? You know what? 0. Planes basically fly themselves, is what I hear. So, you know what? I'd just come along for the ride, you know, make sure everything goes smoothly. Shuttles on the Connoisseur asked this question, and even though it got a lot of likes, I'm not answering it. You guys can, if you want, but I'm not doing that. Clowns with Guns asks, how much can you bench? I don't bench. And surprisingly, I get asked this question a lot. You know, I want to work out a lot of things. My chest muscles are not one of them. So, we're skipping benching, especially because I don't have a spotter. And I'd kill myself on the bar. Outward Canoe asks, cats or dogs? If you could have any kind of cat or dog, which breed would you choose? I don't really think you can pit cats and dogs against each other because they are two very completely different animals that do two very different things. But if I were to get a cat, it would be just any cat, honestly. I like them all. And if I were to get a dog, it would be a big dog. A big dog of any kind. Again, I don't have a preference. Preferably not a frickin' husky, though. Anything but a husky. I can't deal with those things. Travish said this. Okay. Soup Goob asks, what is my favorite video game? Based on hours, it would be Dead by Daylight, but that game sucks. It's really bad. It's just like a heroin addiction at this point. I know it's bad for me, but I'm chasing a high that I got the first time I tried it. But my favorite video game actually is Baldur's Gate 3. Even though I don't play it as much, it's still my favorite. Shiga Mortis asks what my favorite Pokemon is, and it is Rayquaza, much to my brother's disbeliefs, because it was the quote-unquote most powerful in the deck, okay? And it's cool. So, you can't fault me. It's Rayquaza. Winter asks me who inspired you to be a VA, and this, I kind of sort of already answered this, but it wasn't like a particular person. I just, again, used to listen to Boyfriend ASMR. I was in a certain community and my friends egged me on. I did it and it stuck. There wasn't like a specific person that inspired me. Chow Lang asks, will you ever stop making ASMR? Please do not. You know, realistically, there is going to be a day where I do. But hopefully I'll be, you know, making content on the internet for a while. I hope. So, I stream, and I'm trying to get that going. So, you know, if I'm successful, I can be here for a while. Maybe not as this form all the time, but, you know, I'll still be around, hopefully. Nick at Nash asks, any plans to collab with other ASM artists? I swear you and Afterglow would make a crazy duo. I don't know anybody in this community, because I don't listen to Girlfriend ASMR. I just can't anymore listen to any of that ASMR. So, I'm not against it, but I would never personally reach out to anyone. They would have to reach out to me. But yeah, I'm not against it. Chewman asks, who are the Patriots and what's the most you ever lost on a coin toss? You are going to have to look that up. I know they're a sports team, but I don't watch it. Don't watch any type of sports. And I've never lost anything on a coin toss, because I've never done a coin toss. This seems like the wrong. I'm the wrong person to ask. Adam Sandler asks, do your audios ever contain improv? They flow really naturally, like you're actually coming with. Wow. Wait until I tell you that they're all improv. Every single audio is improv. Some of them have, like, a synopsis that I write beforehand. If you're on my Patreon, you've probably seen them a few times. But I write out an idea and it's all improvised. I could probably do something from a script if somebody really wanted me to. But it's just, not only does it take more time to write a script and then do it, but I also just feel like it's hard. It's harder to do it reading it off as a script. It makes me a little self-conscious because at first I did try to do it from a script, but they're all improv, every single one. Kanye AI Covers asks me, other than streaming games, what do you like to do? Also, what are your favorite top 10 movies? I mainly like to read. I do a little bit of crafts. I like to bake and cook. I like to watch YouTube videos, Smosh, particularly. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I'm pretty much a homebody. I like to do whatever I can at home. And I had to really think about the movie question because I'm not like a huge movie person. I have a lot of nostalgic movies. So I wrote down the 10 that I really like. I don't know if it's gonna be a good top 10, but it's my top 10. We've got Blades of Glory, Seven, Onward, Pitch Perfect, Bullet Train, In Time, The Hangover, Guardians of the Galaxy, Home Alone 1 and 2. I watched them one after the other, and I think 2 is just as good as 1. Okay? I want to make that clear. And then Paranorman. To be fair though, I just watched Paranorman, so it's fresh in my mind, but it's really freaking good. And if you have any qualms about any of these movies, come fight me. Come fight me, coward. As you can see, I really like comedies. Okay? I do. And I'll admit that. Vizzy Cram asks what my actual voice sounds like. Counter question, what do you think it sounds like? David Hernandez asks, what motivates you to keep going at VA/life? Money. And I'm gonna die anyways, so why rush it, you know? Zian Randall asks, what's your favorite anime? I don't watch anime anymore. I haven't since I was like 13. I think the last anime I actually watched was Yuri on Ice. But my favorite anime from like all the animes that I've watched, and I watched a lot of vampire animes and really niche animes, so do not get at me. I've never watched Attack on Titan or anything like that, or God forbid I even touch One Piece. But Seraph of the End is my favorite anime, and if you don't know what it is, it's got vampires in it, and that's all you need to know. Sonic asks favorite movie/TV show character. Again, I don't watch a whole lot of movie and TV, but my favorite, actually, I have to say Glenn from The Walking Dead's my favorite character, because if you haven't watched it by now, spoiler alert, but if you haven't watched it by now, come on. When they killed him off, it literally made me stop watching, and I couldn't watch it anymore, and I tried watching it again, like years later, like I would say a couple months ago. I got to the 7th season and I stopped. So it's literally embedded in my subconscious, so I have to say it is Glenn. Unlucky asks, what is your favorite ASMR type to do and to listen to? My favorite type to do is the gimmicky ones, like the Spider-Man one and the Batman one. The ones that make me laugh, I like to do. But to listen to, I don't listen to boyfriend or girlfriend ASMR. I used to listen to a lot of foreign languages, like regular ASMR. I listened to, I think his name is Seven, who I think is Korean, and Nefertiti ASMR, who is French. I listen to a lot of French ASMR, because the language has a lot of interesting mouse sounds, and mouse sounds is one of my favorite triggers. So yeah. The Gooch asks, why did you choose the name ASMR? Well, it kind of chose me, to be honest with you. I've been going by Egg as just an alias for a very, very, very long time, since I was like 13, 14. I'm not gonna get into why my name was Egg, but it was Egg. And Egg ASMR, it worked. It worked out. The 31st Llama asks, on a solid scale from 1 to 10, how much do you honestly enjoy doing ASMR? And if someone offered $50K right now on cash to never do it again, would you take the money? Absolutely not. I would not take the money. This is my full-time job. I will not be taking that money. That's not even close to enough money to make me want to do anything drastic. But how much do I enjoy doing ASMR as a job? I'm gonna take this question as a job, because this is not really a hobby for me. It never really has been. But I would say an 8. It's a pretty good job. It is a glorified desk job. However, it's got all the perks that I would ever want for a glorified desk job. I can choose my own hours. I don't have a yappy boss in my ear. I don't have coworkers that are really petty and trying to demean me. It's great. And yeah, it's just it's a bit of a creative stunt every now and again, and I don't really get the full potential because, you know, I gotta appeal to an algorithm, but it is a good job. Hater asked me if I've seen One Piece, and I think my anime question before should answer this. I've not seen One Piece, and I will never see it. So, sorry. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Asks Glade. The egg. We all come from eggs. So, egg. Random says, hey, you should do a roleplay as a streamer answering questions to the live chat. I do that every week on Twitch. Don't need to really roleplay it. You could just come to my streams. And their question is, what color do you hate the most? Orange. Orange sucks. I don't know. I don't even know a single person that likes the color orange. Zephyr asks, do you play video games? I do, every week on Twitch. And my favorite one, I've already answered. And the favorite genre, my favorite genre is story games. Medusa asked if I'm dripped out right now. I'm in my pajamas, and I'm filming this right before I'm going to bed. So, no. Ask me again in a month. Too bad Waluigi Time asks, what was your first kiss like? I haven't had one. And have you ever thought about streaming online multiplayer game? I already have. I've done it a lot. Many times, actually. I have played with you guys. You guys just don't join half the time, and it makes it really hard to wrangle you up, so I don't do it very often. Ordinary Pariah asked me what my favorite Adam Sandler movie is, and I think I've seen almost all of them. And I would have to say, you know, they all kind of mesh together in my brain. The only ones that stick out are Jack and Jill, the dad one, I forget what it's called, Bad Dad, Bad Father, something like that. And, the one with one of the Sprouse brothers when they were really young. But it's Jack and Jill all the way. That movie's really funny. Hazel. It's a weird way to spell it. How many eggs tall are you? I'm 5'9". You do the math. Jeffrey Koros asked me, do you like donuts? If yes, what is the best flavor? I do like donuts, and I like cream-filled donuts. I just like a Boston cream, if I'm being completely honest with you. I also like apple fritters when they're nice and, like, crispy, like, on the outside because of the glaze. But, yeah, Boston creams. Preston Morris asks, are you a sports gal? If so, what's your favorite? I'm not a sports gal, but I would love to be one. I'm just not because, you know, my parents never signed me up for sports when I was younger, and there's nowhere for me to go for sports in my city as an adult. They're all for, like, juniors. My favorite sport, though, was soccer, and I think it still would be. I really love soccer, and I would like to do dance. Honestly, I like dance, and I feel like I want to do gymnastics, but I wouldn't be good at it. So, Moles asks, which do you think is better, Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, or Back 4 Blood? Left 4 Dead 2 is just Left 4 Dead, but with more stuff in it, so Left 4 Dead 2. And Back 4 Blood sucks. AJ asks, what music do you listen to? Who are your favorite artists right now? I listen to indie music, kind of like punk music, and a little bit of electronic dance music, and early 2000s. I've been listening to a lot of early 2000s, 2010s club music, dance music, whatever. And who are your favorite artists right now? My favorite band of all time is Mariana's Trench. Let's get that straight. I've been listening to Sicker Things on repeat, which is one of their OG songs. My top artist, like a few months ago, was Somber. It's not going to be this time. I think it's going to be, because of the Sicker Things thing, I think it's going to be Mariana's Trench again. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of, like, Black Eyed Peas, if I'm being honest right now. Like, Black Eyed Peas, David Guetta, and Rihanna. Sorry, I don't have much to say. I mean, I know I have a lot of indie, like, random indie songs on my playlist, but they're not really, like... Lola Young, I've been listening to a lot of Lola Young. And Conan Gray. There you go. Asks, did you play the indie game Amori? I did not, and I don't want to. I've done my fair share of RPGs in that fashion. When I was really young, you know, back in the peak PewDiePie days and whatever, I played Ib and Mad Father. I just don't have any urge to want to play that, and I tried watching somebody play it, actually, and I got bored, so I don't think it's the game for me. I think it's a slow burn, and I'm not a fan of those kinds of games, because I like to get right into the action. If you ever come to my streams, you know that any stealth mission ever... I fail, because I just want to play. I want to get in the nitty gritty, and that's just not one of those games. And I don't think I'll ever play it. Sorry. Aveline asks, have you used any real life experience in your scripts? For like romance stuff, absolutely not. I've not really had anybody to use any real life experiences about, but like little things like shows or movies I'm watching, or things that I'm doing, or, you know, I just uploaded a gamer one with Marvel Rivals. I do play Marvel Rivals, so stuff like that, but never like, ooh, kissy, like, I've never done any of that stuff. Y'all thought you were the only ones, huh? Moon Rabbit Manny asks, what's your favorite part of being an ASM artist? And truthfully, it is the fact that I can decide my own schedule. Brent Goddard asks, would you ever consider making audios for trans femmes? There's not really that many on YouTube for trans people. Okay, the reason there aren't that many on YouTube for trans people is because they do not do well with the algorithm, because you are a... trans people in general are kind of a minority audience, so it doesn't give people a lot of money. So that would be an audio that I would have to make as like a standalone on its own, like with an added on top of the regular workload. I would never be against it, obviously. I've been asked before to do an audio like that. I just do not have the time, especially right now as I'm recording this, to do that. But I have considered it, yes. Shadow Fallen asks, what is your favorite audio you have done? If you ever get the chance to collab with some... Okay. First of all, I don't remember a single audio I ever put out, ever. I don't remember what I say in it. I don't remember the plot or anything. I just put it out and I black it out. I don't listen to my audios. Well, when I'm editing them, I usually listen to them, but I don't listen to them in my leisure like you guys do, so I don't have a favorite audio. I don't, and I honestly don't remember them. I remember what I just put out yesterday, but come Monday, I'm probably gonna forget. And again, I don't know anyone in this community. I don't have anyone that I particularly want to collab with. Undevourable Crab of the Cosmo asks, what are your top 3 favorite characters you've ever mained in video games? Mained is crazy. Like a character that I've played? This one's hard. Can I just say, like, top 3 favorite characters in video games? Because I honestly could not tell you, like, who I've played. I played Timothy in the pre-sequel, Borderlands pre-sequel. I played Flak in Borderlands 3. I played... God, I don't know. I really like Timothy. Can I just say I like Timothy, Astarion, and Handsome Jack? It's not really answering the question. I don't know. Oh, I like Maya. Borderlands 2. R.I.P. And Krieg. Can you play Krieg in the game? I think you can. I think he's like early though. Anyways, I feel like I spent too long on this question. Whatever I said before. Baby Bat Bailey asks, can we get a fun fact about Egg? Fun fact, I can wiggle my ears. Fun fact, I've been to 8 Marianas Trench concerts and 3 of them were VIP. Fun fact, I am not a huge fan of chocolate. I like candy and gummies over chocolate. Oh, fun fact, I have holes in my teeth right now, and my dentist was just like, call us if they hurt. There's holes in my teeth. Emma Venn asks, well, why are you so sweet? I'm not that sweet. I'm sweet in my audios because it's what you want to hear, but I'm a little bit of a B word. Like a little bit. Just a little bit. I try not to be, but my humor is very kind of a B word. So, because if you come to my streams, you'll see what I mean. Not to plug it constantly, but you know. Myth asks, can you do a 1 to 3 hour long video? Everybody asks this, and I don't understand because I have made an hour long video before. An hour long sleep aid, one of those ones where it's the breathing and the heartbeat. So I don't know why I get this question all the time, because it exists. It's on my channel. And this one will probably be an hour long. It's just, those sleep aids haven't been in fashion for a while. So, and I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the same thing for an hour. If you like want me to actually make an audio for like an hour, like talking for an hour, what am I gonna talk about? I do that on stream. Another plug. Hey. Mr. Michael Starr is asking me 3 questions. Like, showing up to my streams isn't enough, Michael. Alright, are you a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog Pokemon or Monster Hunter? I don't know what Monster Hunter is. I like Pokemon, sure. And Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not like a diehard fan. I'm not like I know everything about the lore or anything, but I like them, yeah. Dragonborn Mike asks, what's your favorite dinosaur? And it actually appalls me how many times I get asked this specific question. I will say a Stegosaurus. I don't know that much about dinosaurs, but a Stegosaurus. Grace Post Stuff asks what I look like. And, I'll ask you a question back. What do you think I look like? Warren Chicken asks me, can you call me a good boy? No. Go watch an audio for that. Ecstasy asks where I'm from, and the answer is Canada. I get a lot of assumptions of where I'm from, and I don't know how clear I can be when I say Canada. Some people thought it was Polish at the beginning of my career. I don't know where that came from, but I'm Canadian. Frog My Snoopy asks, what's your favorite game? Baldur's Gate. What's your favorite food? Whatever I'm feeling. Really? Ooh, stew. Probably stew. Probably a good, like, beef, potato, carrot, celery stew. And what's my favorite color? It's like a plum or like a kind of a deep red. Ernil asks, you like green beans and shrimp? I've never had green beans nor shrimp. But I don't suspect I would like them. Affy Studios asks, what's your favorite? I'm gonna take this as what's your favorite show, and it's Bob's Burgers or the How to Train Your Dragon series. The show, not the movies. Though the movies are awesome. I just have those are my comfort shows. I have an affinity for them. James on the King, yeah, asks, what's your favorite cat meme? Probably the one with the cat shoving food into its mouth. I like that one. Frog My Snoopy came back with a lot of questions again, but I'm just gonna answer the favorite subject in school because I feel like I've answered these other ones. My favorite subject in school was, I'm gonna say high school, was law and drama. So I'm trying to think of if I liked any of the other ones, but I liked art, but it also burnt me out of doing art in general, so we'll stick to law and drama. And Vizio asks, do you have a particular style you like to wear or see, like streetwear, Y2K, etc.? I'm a very Y2K girly. However, I feel like I don't have the body to pull off a lot of Y2K stuff, so I do end up wearing like a lot of streetwear, like baggy clothes. I'm kind of an alt girl as well. I wear a lot of alternative clothing. I DIY my own clothes, which makes it alternative. Just to fit the aesthetic. I actually like the scene kid aesthetic. If I could be a scene kid, that would be really cool. But without the hair. I don't think I could pull the hair off. I also don't have straight hair, so that would be a nightmare. But, I love, the scene outfit, whatever. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Anonymous asks, do you two die a little inside when you say good boy or something along those lines? No. I get in the character. So if I gotta say something, I'll own it. And I do own a lot of what I say for bits and stuff like that. Maybe it's just because I have an acting background like in high school. But it's just getting in character. Like, if you're gonna be a mommy, you gotta own it. Okay? If you're gonna talk to a good boy, you gotta own it. And honestly, I'm a little bit of a tease, so... even if I don't want to say something, I'll still do it to make you blush. So... That one pretty MF. What type of music you into, and... what's your max deadlift? I actually have deadlifted before. I don't know how many plates it was, but I just don't like lifting heavy. I can tell you my leg press is like 330 pounds, I think. Right now it'd probably be a bit less than that, because I haven't leg pressed in a while. I don't like, if I don't like the way a workout feels, I won't do it. And I stopped liking the way that leg presses felt, so I don't do it as much anymore. I think I'm just gonna start doing calisthenics and working on not how much weight I can do, but like, you know, focusing on like the little muscles we miss by doing those controlled movements and stuff. I think about that a lot. I'm like, that's not, it doesn't, I just don't think it's helpful to be able to carry all this weight. Like, what are you gonna do with it? I don't know. I'm very on and off about the die hard like lifting community. And I used to want to lift really heavy, but after I've taken a step back from the gym, I'm like, what is even the point? You can look good without lifting a crap ton of weight. So, and like, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna be a bodybuilder. That's not something that I want to do. So I've started focusing more on things that I like to do in the gym that make me feel good, rather than, you know, being a heaping ton of mass. Derpy Bub asks, what's your sexuality? Do you like girls? What's your favorite animal? I'm bi, so yes. And my favorite animal, I like raccoons. I do. I think they're funny little guys. Managed EXO asks, favorite Jurassic Park / World movie. I've never watched a single Jurassic movie in my life. So sorry. My mom would be very disappointed in me because Jurassic Park is one of her favorite movies, I think. I think it's Jurassic Park, not World. Ooh. Boltpin asks, what's your opinion on role reversal romance? I don't really have an opinion. Honestly, I just do what people want me to. Most of the time. I think role reversal is a lot harder to pull off because a lot of people want to hear the nice words. And in a role reversal, it would be like the imaginary nice words being said to me. And it's just, sometimes it's hard to convey the back and forth. So I just don't really have an opinion on it. I do it if people want me to do it. And it's been asked a little bit lately. I've done some polls on Patreon asking if people want some role reversal. I haven't checked the poll yet. But it might win, so. Emma Lemna asks, how do you come up with audio ideas? For my brain. Other than Patreon, if applicable. My brain. I think of things, I basically like insert character archetype and then real world circumstance, and I see what pops out of my brain. That, or it's inspired by fan fiction I read. I do read fan fiction. It's a free one-shot novel. What can I say? Okay, some people are geniuses out there. Udon Slurper asks, do you have any pets and would you ever do not safe for work content? I do have a cat, a long-haired tabby named Fergus. You can see pictures of him on my Instagram. And would I ever do not safe for work content? I've thought about it a lot. If I were ever really in need of money, I would do it. Or if I just wanted to really spice it up, because I could think of like 1,000 not safe for work things to do, because the you know, the spicy community is so vast. You could do like freaking anything and it would get clicks, right? It's a little different here. I'm kind of like confined. But if I ever get like really fed up one day and I'm like, I want freedom, other than Patreon, I might dabble. But right now I don't have any interest in dabbling. I also can't because I don't live somewhere that's particularly private. And that would be really weird. Moncherino asks, do you ever force your voice or is everything normal speech for you? Well, I don't know. Sometimes it is a voice. Like, I got my little mommy voice and whatever. And sometimes I, like, put on a sleepy voice, whatever, but it's not like I'm, you know, being an anime pro tag or anything. Like, I'm not going out of my bounds. It's all kind of, like, within my range. And, you know, my normal voice is pretty monotonous, but I pretend that I'm speaking to somebody. So, you know, naturally my voice goes a little bit higher. Like, I pretend as if I'm speaking to somebody face to face, and, you know, I automatically want to not seem like a bitch. So my voice heightens naturally sometimes, which is why I think sometimes people think I'm faking my voice. I'm not. But I guess I do sometimes. Masked Menace asks, do you know the other XMR? I do. There's not a day that goes by where he's not brought up. I have spoken to him via email. A long time ago, he told me that he would change the name. Like, a year ago, he told me he was in the process of changing the name. A few weeks ago, I asked him how the name change was going, and he told me he wasn't changing the name anymore. So, take with that information what you will. And if you don't want to see him when you look me up, block his channel, is all I can say. I have literally zero control around anything else. So, just block his channel. The Silence asks, any tips for guys like me who might consider ASMR content if they can get the proper equipment? My tip would be, well, first of all, it's a completely different ballpark, so I can't really give you tips on, like, what does well, what people would want to see from you. I know that the girls really like the deep voices, so, you know, expect varying, levels of success, depending on, like, I don't know what you sound like, but, a tip would be don't make a Discord, because those girls are literally insane. And people think that the girlfriend ASM artists and the boyfriend ASM artists have similar audiences. We do not. They are very different. Like, yes, I have some weirdos, but the women are actually crazy and will nitpick every little thing that you do. I promise you. So try not to privately interact with anyone. That's my tip. I don't know what other tips I could give. It's really up to you what you want to do, how you want to market yourself, etc., etc. But my tip would be very cautious, because it's like all those women peaked in high school. It's tough over there. Or, of course, they are high schoolers. It's a lot. That will be a lot of your age bracket. I feel like my age bracket is 20s to 30s, sometimes even larger. I mean, I know there's probably some teenagers that watch me, but whew, it's a lot over there. So just be careful. Just be careful, okay? And you don't really need proper equipment. You just need like a half decent microphone, and then if you get like Audacity, you can edit out and noise suppression yourself. So, if that's a tip at all. Noodle Effect asked me, what's your favorite soup? Things like ramen and pho don't count. Those are noodle dishes. I've never had ramen or pho, so I don't know. I like stew. I like beef stew. I like chicken noodle. Do those count? What do you consider a soup? Like just like the water? Cause then I don't have one. I don't want just water. Cameron Miller asks, what games have you been playing recently? And it's Borderlands 4, Dead by Daylight. I think that's it. I'm gonna start playing Persona 4 soon. But yeah. And your favorite ASMR artist, I've said it. It's no girlfriend ASMR artist. It's just regular ASMR artist. Bubba Joe, again, asks, would you rather eat a live dog with no sauce or a perfect cooked and seasoned baby with the sauce of your choice? I would rather starve, Bubba Joe, but thanks for asking. Time for Timbo asks, how do you like your eggs? I like sunny side and omelets. I like sunny side when I'm putting them on toast, but I like scrambled overall because I get scared. Saffron FN asks, what got you into ASMR and how does one start without feeling odd or being scared of being judged? Well, you are going to feel odd. I would start with improv if you can improv, if you know how to improv. Because I tried to start with a script and it did make me feel very, very odd. You start getting into the flow of it after a while. It's the hardest part about the audio is starting it. Once you get into it, it just flows out really. I mean, for me, because I improv, it just flows out really nicely, and then it all ties itself into a little bow. You get a little kiss or whatever, and then it's all done. You post it. You do your little. Well, I got to do my Patreon stuff that I have to update every freaking month, but yeah, you just post it, and I don't look at the analytics or the comments until like days later, when I've completely forgotten about the video at all, just to help. I was really, really like tunnel visioned on the analytics at the beginning. Don't look at the analytics. And you will be judged. People judge me all the time. I get people from not in this community talking about Jesus and whatever, and it's fine. You'll be judged every single day of your life by strangers. You really have to get used to that, just in general. Thuggy Jr. asks, who does your thumbnail / profile pic art? My profile picture is from an old friend. She did it for me for free. It's based on an actual picture of me, even though it doesn't really look anything like me, personally. That's what I believe. My hair is way too orange and my eyes are green in the profile picture. And I've come to really ground myself. My eyes are gray, but you know what? Whatever. For thumbnail art, it's all from Pinterest. I used to get them. That's why sometimes there isn't a credit for the artist, because people steal on Pinterest a lot. And I am open to anybody correcting me about the thumbnail artist. I never claimed to own the thumbnail art. But I used to get it on DeviantArt, but I got really sick of all the AI art and blatant porn on there. I was tired of sifting through thousands of images just to find one, so I switched to Pinterest, and that's why I don't have the credits all the time. But honestly, for my sanity, I feel like it's better. Unshod Corn asks, would you ever think about doing a collab with someone wanting to get into VA work? No. somebody that doesn't have an established following, I get very nervous about. Because again, I used to be in the community for the males, and I've seen time and time again what happens to them when they open their DMs to people, and I just want to keep a professional relationship with people when it is a professional relationship, and I feel like people newer to the VA work will not understand that balance, will want something from me. I just get really paranoid about that stuff, and especially because I'm a woman and a lot of my audience are men, I get very timid about that sort of stuff. So I don't think I would collab with someone wanting to get into VA work. The only people as well that have contacted me for collabs have been men so far. And again, I definitely don't think I want my first collab to be a man. So I get really timid. And no offense to men. I've spoken to a lot of you. Some of you are really, really cool, and some of you are really huge dickheads. I guess you could say that about women too, but you know, I'm protecting my peace here. Not Valid asks what my favorite romance trope is. It's enemies to lovers. Complex Gaming asks if I plan on doing more reverse comfort audios. It is in the rotation right now on Patreon. I haven't looked at the results, but I have been putting in the rotation again with how everybody's asking for it. I'm thinking maybe they're back in season, so it is in the rotation. Sonic asks again, which one of your personas is closest to your actual personality, and who's your favorite fictional character of all time? My favorite fictional character of all time is Glenn. I love that guy. Or Astarion. Astarion. But my persona, I don't know. Maybe the best friend ones, because I'm kind of like lax there. Eggturd asks, do you think that Sukuna vs. Gojo was rigged, or did Sukuna win fair and square? Listen, I don't know anything about this. I've never seen that anime either. But considering this reply says rigged, I'm gonna say rigged. Absolutely rigged. I'm gonna go with the crowd here. Rigged. Just Me Yapping asks, have you played Silk Song? And the answer is no. Melon Legs asks, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or games, unlimited games but no games? I see this meme has not died. So I would say unlimited bacon. Who's your favorite JJK character if you can't pick one of your favorite anime character? Literally, Yuta Okotsu asks, I've never seen JJK in my life. I don't know why you guys think I'm an avid anime watcher. I don't know what about my vibe gives that off. But my favorite anime character is freaking, I don't know, Sebastian from Black Butler. I don't know. Jadito Tamek asks, do you have six-pack abs? No. Methbender asks, do you think you could win a boxing match against a kangaroo? A boxing match with fists? Yes. If they can use their legs, MF, heck no. They could probably kick a 4,000-pound boulder, bro. I swear. Clavy asks if you can know my workout routine, and I don't really have a routine right now. I just do what I like. As I've said, I don't work out arms or chest at all right now. I've just been doing back and legs. That's my routine, back and legs. I gotta figure out stuff that I like doing again. Because right now, I don't like all that much. ENRM asks, when you are on a tight deadline, what is your go-to song to work? Anything that is like very melodic and low lyric, because I will put everything aside to scream some lyrics. But like the Life is Strange soundtrack is really good, honestly. Obstacles, Sid Matters, I think that's who it is. Goated song. Prince of Pillows asks, what is one thing you really want to do in your life but still haven't gotten the chance to do it? Go to medieval times. I really want to go. I also want to go to a Pitbull concert and go on a cruise. Well, I've gone on a cruise, but like I want to go on a cruise without my family. I used to go on a few cruises as a kid. My parents would bring me. But like by myself, because I need another Guy Fieri burger, bro. JDD asks, how did you grow your vocal range? I'm trying to change mine in order to pass better. You are going to need a vocal therapist / coach, because this is just my regular vocal range. Nina Warner asks, which character that you play you feel more related to, and which one do you like to play the most? I like to play the gimmicky ones. And the most related to, I don't know. Again, the best friend ones probably reflect me the most. I love C Rose asks, if you were to describe yourself as a color, what would it be and why? Like a muted lilac purple, because I'm kind of mellow. And a little ambiguous. I don't know. Brooke Locker Palmer asks, what is a really weird but delicious food combination you've tried? Macaroni and ketchup. Macaroni and cheese and ketchup. Goated. I eat all the time pickles and cheese. Just pickles and cheese. Sometimes I'll add like a cracker, but pickles and cheese, and I get dirty looks for it all the time. But Havarti cheese and a nice garlic dill pickle. Beautiful. A beautiful combination in my mouth. And weirdly, our last question from Mia or Maya is, are you ticklish? Ain't no way you're asking me if I'm ticklish, bro. No, I'm not ticklish. But this is a strange question to ask a stranger. I hope you know that. So yeah, here's an hour-long audio of me answering questions. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I answered enough questions, good questions. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll answer a good amount of them, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to forecast what the freaking comment section looks like, so I'm scared to say anything for certain. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 80K. And I know I did post a last minute Instagram post, but I forgot to screenshot the questions, so. Whoops, my fault. Now we're stuck with, are you ticklish as the last question. So. Yeah, I hope this answers your grueling questions, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you again so much for 80K. Check out my Twitch, check out my other socials and whatnot if you want to see more of me. Thank you so much. Alright, goodbye guys.